Hey y'all, well today on the channel we got all kinds of information for you. We got one of our regulars that's getting ready to check in for the last time before he summits Katahdin with a six-pack nonetheless. We got snakes out there, we got a bear attack to tell you about, all this stuff coming up as well as information coming up about what's going on the trail. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, Daisy, you ready to go? Let's go, girl. Yeah. So this week we got Chase. So Chase was from the class of 2024, but he got kicked off trail because of Helen. And of course, when he came in through Virginia, Helen had just like wiped out lots of the area in there. And when I say wiped out, I mean that there was all kind of trees and debris across the trail, and you know, the National Forest Service said get off the trail, and of course the ATC responded with get off the trail. Rightly so, because of the devastation that was out there. Any case, he had to get off, and he's back on now, and he is going to finish his mission. And right now, he's checking in for the first time with us as he continues, and he sends in this update.
Hey Ramdino, this is Chase of Chase Life. Hey, for those not following along from 2024, we had an interrupted AT thru-hike by Hurricane Helen, and so we're now completing our thru-hike. We've done Amicalola / Springer all the way up to Hot Springs. We've done Harpers Ferry to Katahdin. We've done Katahdin down, and we finished the Shenandoahs. We're down in the Blue Ridge area and making our way south. When we get to Hot Springs, we'll be done. Met many very late no-bow hikers, probably about 50 at this point. It's been a pretty good experience. As of today I haven't met one. Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm Hanging Rock Overlook, just north of Priest Shelter. So we'll get to Priest, and yeah, we'll see how we do. Talk to you later. Thanks for all you do, Randino. Bye.
So for folks that don't know, the ATC allowed you to get off, and you know, because of Hurricane Helen, and then when you got back on, they allowed you to wherever your spot was, you got back on. You have a year to finish. From that point of getting back on, and then they would still, if you finished after that, they would still reward you with the Thru-Hiker moniker from them, their Thru-Hiker certification, which is really just a 2,000 miler certification. I don't know if they have another certification that says, hey, I'm a Thru-Hiker, because the 2,000 miler is also available to folks that have taken 1, 2, 3, 20 years to finish the trail. Once you finish it, they designate you as a certified 2,000 miler, and they'll send you a certificate if that's something that's important to you. I'm not sure how they note whether you're a thru-hiker or not. I know there are thru-hikers that watch this channel, so leave a comment down below. Let me know if there's something special that they put on there or something like that. But in any case, they got a year to finish, so Chase now has a year to finish from where he got back on the trail. We're going to hear a little more about the damage that's still out there on the trail here in just a little bit. Still trail maintainers out there. We'll talk about that here, but let's keep moving on about what's going on the thru-hike. So we got Alpha Gal and Metro. They have made it to Mount Washington. They sent in this update.
Hey Ramdino, here we are, made it to the top of Mount Washington, and we have a spectacular day. I don't know how we pulled this one off, but there's visibility, the views are awesome, it's breezy, it's cool, and it's a lot of work getting up here. Anyway, not quite all downhill from here, but we're going to enjoy the ride. Woo!
They also survived a bear attack. So they're actually, Metro had his tent attacked by a bear and as they were at a campsite. And I'll let them tell it to you.
Does it really have a bottom mark on it?
It does really. Just the vestibule.
Oh my god, dude. I just got attacked by a bear out here. Oh my god, dude. It's got a claw mark in it. Holy. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Good morning.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, it's up here too.
Yeah, so this is the Liberty Springs tent site,
And I don't know, around 3 a.m. bear came through and was rattling the privy, and evidently it was the caretaker's cooking area. Went away and came back again, and caretaker scared it away from his area. And then a few minutes later, I heard it up on the platform, and it was like seconds. It just like pounced on Metro's tent. And so we all started screaming bear, and then the whole campsite woke up, and it was running around for a while. We chased it away with some big rocks, and now everybody's awake. So there's no food in the tent, no wrappers in the tent, there's no nothing. We're clean.
So word has it that Metro actually mimed so loud that he scared the bear away, if that's really a thing. But anyway, glad to see they survived that. Get you some duct tape out of there, Metro, and patch up that tent, and look forward to you continuing the mission. And then we got Sonny Jim. He sends in his update.
Hey there, Andino. Sonny Jim here. It's July 16th. I just want to give you a quick update. I'm at Bears Den Hostel. Stopped in for some ice cream. We're hiking on, getting into Harper's Ferry. So my big news announcement is, aside from collecting 900 miles and 1,000 miles, I finally made the decision on my trip. Once you get to Harper's Ferry, I'm going to do a flip-flop, going directly up to Baxter State Park and hiking Katahdin and then heading south. It's a hard decision to make and how to get there, but that's my plan. So again, thanks for all you do. I also want to let you know that I ran into Chase, who's a southbounder, and saw him. He's one of you guys on your channel, so hi to him. And that's the news I got for you. Talk to you later. Bye.
That is so cool to see hikers from the channel run into each other on the trail. You know, it just goes to show you that the Appalachian Trail is a smaller world than people actually think it is. And then Taco Cat checked in. So Taco Cat, she is coming into Maine, and she indicated that she had run into a weird guy there. So she came up to a shelter, and you know, it's really unusual for hikers just to be silent, not to speak to each other. So she said, "Hey, and how are you doing?" Pure silence. Maybe kind of a glare or something, but she said it's kind of awkward. They just sat there in silence as she ate, and fortunately, she was getting really uncomfortable. And fortunately, some other hikers came in after a while. And then she remembered our video from last week that we were talking about a hiker that was causing problems on the long trail in Vermont, and that he actually had the authorities were looking for him, and they had put out a warning and wanted people to report if they had seen him. And this particular person, that he had a red Subaru, they said. Didn't give a model on him or anything, but the important part is he has transportation. Well, you tell me. So looking at this picture that she sent in, I know it's awful fuzzy, but this is a picture that she took really quick. It was part of a video, screenshot from a video that she took really quick of this hiker she ran into. And I don't know, fuzzy, but it could be that hiker. I said last week that he has transportation. He could be moving around anywhere on the trail, so take a screenshot of this guy. That's never a good thing to come into a campsite and somebody kind of be a little off, not speak to you particularly, because the hiking community is such a friendly community. So be careful out there, folks, and take a screenshot of this so you'll have this with you for if something happens. So this happened in southern Maine at a shelter there. Then Princess Pete's has made it to Monson and Shaw's, and she continues south. So she's Subo. She had summited Katahdin a couple weeks ago, and she's continuing on south on her Subo portion of her flip-flop. And then we got Pace Setter and Uncle Bill. They sent in their update.
Good morning, Ramdino. We're waking up at the Graymore Spiritual Center. We stayed at the ball field. It was really, really nice.
They have a shower as advertised.
They've been doing this since 1972. It's a great place to stop, but I wanted to tell you about where we stayed last night.
Goodness, we've had 2 amazing nights in a row.
The West Mountain Shelter.
Yes.
How was it?
It was gorgeous. Now, it is a long and challenging for weaker hikers hike to get there, but totally worth it. I was complaining about the distance at the beginning, and we got there and it just changed everything. You can see the New York City skyline in the distance, and at night you can see all the beautiful lights, the Hudson River with the sailboats and the boats on it. Just absolutely marvelous. And then if you get up with the sunrise and it's not cloudy, you see the most glittering, beautiful skyline. Just absolutely worth the hike.
Yeah, so it was amazing sunrise, and this time of year in July, highly recommended to take the little trek off the trail to go there, because the way the sun rises and sets, it lights up the city on a clear day. So
And the Hudson River is just beautiful.
we're still heading towards Connecticut another 2 days probably, and then we'll keep heading north. So thanks for everything you do.
Have a nice day.
We're doing great, and talk to you later.
Boston and OG, they have made it to Maine, and they sent in their update.
Hey, Ramdino, it's Boston with OG. We are at the Maine-New Hampshire border. We made it to Maine. And I'll tell you, those last 4 miles in New Hampshire,
Suck.
no joke. Yeah, there you go. That's the word. Hey, anyway, we're running into a lot of hikers. Ton of no-bows now. They've caught up with us because we've had to slow down our mileage due to my bad knees. Got a ton of so-bows also. So I think we're getting the front of the bubble of the no-bows and the bubble of the so-bows. And just to throw them in, a ton of section hikers. So every place is crowded. I mean, it's like Fenway Park on game day. Anyway, I'd like to say congratulations to my friend Sean Straps. He's killing it. Pretty soon, you'll be up in Canada. You'll be singing "Oh Canada," sipping on Labatt's at a Detroit Lions game. That's all I got.
America.
Thanks.
And of course, it wouldn't be the week without Straps checking in. He checks in with a 6-pack.
Hey Ramdino, I'm here
with 4 of the 6-pack.
with 4 of the 6-pack. Yeah. We're on Big Wilson Cliffs in the 100-mile wilderness.
Enjoying some wild blueberries.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
We this will be the last update before these guys behind me are thru-hikers.
Hey!
It's exciting and bittersweet.
Yeah. Emotions are rising.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thanks for what you do, Ramdino. You'll see our summit pictures next week.
Awful cool, folks. Appreciate all those check-ins that everybody sent in. If you'd like to do that, there's a description down below where you can find all of my ways to get in touch with me, to send me your updates. A quick 30-second video or selfie picture or just words is fine as well. So you can do that through email, any of the Instagram Messenger or Facebook Messenger, any of that. You can send me all that through there. Would love to hear from you. Even if you haven't checked in with us at all, if you want to start, or if you summit or finish your trip, wherever you finish it from, we want to know about it and celebrate that with you. So be sure and send us your summit picture or finished picture. And if you summited Katahdin as a pure no-bow, we'd like to know what your summit tag was or what your summit permit number was. Now, the Tick Magnet, he was off from last week, and you recall he had severe bronchitis. And so he is gotten over that now. He had to go to the doctor, got hit with all kind of antibiotics, so he's good to go now. But he feels like he needs to take just a little more break off, and then he is coming back to the trail. Of course, that's going to be kind of a pain because you get off trail for a couple weeks and you've lost your trail legs. But surprisingly, you don't ever lose your hiker hunger, not in that short period of time, right? So anyway, look forward to getting him back on the trail. So we got a lot of news this week. Before I get some of that news, I wanted to let everybody know that the Woods Hole weekend is coming up, and that's going to be September 19th through the 21st. So the Woods Hole weekend is basically for thru-hikers that are planning to be thru-hikers, that want to get out there on the trail, but they need just somebody to maybe help them, walk them through what's going to happen on the trail. just an opportunity to have a practical experience out there on the trail with some experienced people and get pack shakedowns, things like that. So it's a whole weekend at one of the iconic hostels, if not the iconic hostels of the trail, and that's the Woods Hole Hostel there up in Virginia. So did it last year, and it's been going on for several years now, but it was the first opportunity that I had to participate in it last year as one of the mentors there. So that was great to go and just see all the people there. And of course, Luscious, who has been updating us on a regular basis and has summited, he came out of that weekend. So he was successful in summiting, and not going to give that weekend complete credit for that, but I bet it helped him out, and he would probably tell you that it helped him out a little bit. Some folks say that it helped him out a lot, but it's a really, really great time, a really great immersive experience into the hiker community. If you've never had that immersive experience around a lot of people there that are just love the Appalachian Trail, love hiking, love imparting their knowledge and information to you, great time for you to come out and do that. And Woods Hole and Neville and Jaws up there, just awesome folks, and great time just to be a part of the hiker community together. So I'll be there again this year. Encourage you to check that out. The link down below to sign up, I'll leave that link down below where you can go sign yourself up for that. It's very limited, so she doesn't have room for, you know, just a whole bunch of people. So if you're interested in that, that's right, Daisy. If you're interested in that, that is something that you need to go sign up for as soon as possible and go ahead and get registered for that. Then we got the Bennington Trail Fest is coming up. That's coming up this weekend, July 26th. So that is a festival that Bennington, I think this is the second year they've done it. But last year was a success, and this year it's gotten even better. They've got bands, they've got free food for thru-hikers. They got free camping for thru-hikers. If you sign up early enough, or they have a free motel room for a limited number. I think it's like 24 thru-hikers. So if you're a thru-hiker out there, you're going into Bennington, send me some proof that you are a thru-hiker. You can either be on my support list, or you can send me your registration as a thru-hiker from the Appalachian Trail Conservancy. Send that to me, and then I'll send you the link to how you can get yourself one of those free hotels up there. It's going to be, I believe it's going to be at the Catamount Hotel for Saturday night, so it's going to be a really good time. They also have free lunch, free breakfast for thru-hikers. They're going to have a gear exchange, free delivery of pizza to the trailhead, and free shuttles back and forth from the trailhead for thru-hikers. So that's going to be an awesome opportunity to get up there and see part of the hiker community on a bigger scale than just where you are out there on the trail. So encourage you to check that out this coming week, this coming weekend. And then we got Caboose. She sends in a story about a thru-hiker, Karen Victoria. So she attempted a thru-hike last year, Karen did. And she got to the 1,200 mile mark, and she went to bed that night but was experiencing some numbness. And that night, the numbness started in her feet. It came up her legs. She got out of the tent. She couldn't walk. And so she had to eventually be evac'd away from the campsite that they were at. And after a whole bunch of going through a bunch of tests and hospitalization and everything, they determined that she has a sudden onset of transverse myelitis. I'm not exactly sure what transverse myelitis is, but it's a rare inflammatory spinal cord condition. Obviously, itis means inflammation, but there's no known cause and no known cure. So she is coming back a little bit now, but for a while she couldn't even walk. And so now she's able to walk with a cane, but it's just been tough for her. I'm gonna leave a link down below for her GoFundMe page, and down below for that GoFundMe page you can also get her links to her Facebook page and her Instagram, where she tells her story. It's a very, very intense story of somebody from our hiker community. So I'd encourage you to go and give to her. Looking at everything, it appears that she is 100% the real deal. And so she's part of the hiker community, and we help our own, no doubt. So Karen, if you get a chance to watch this, One, we're rooting for you. We know that you're going to come back for this in some way, shape, or form. And when you do, you're going to help others. And I'm sure you've already helped others. But your story and what you're going to do to help other people, and she has helped other people in her occupation as a physical therapist. So we know she's made a difference, and this is going to help her to make. She's going to turn it into a good thing and make even a more difference in people's lives. So Karen, we're thinking about you. I encourage everybody out there, I'll be praying for you. I encourage everybody out there that does pray to pray for you. Send you good vibes, or atta girl, or whatever you need out there. I know folks will send that to you in the trail community to come through for you. Then Spineless Cougar, he reports in this week. He says a heat wave in Vermont has broken, so it's starting to get cooler. Says the high temperatures have been in the low 70s in Vermont, and at night it's been in the 50s. So that is really great sleeping weather in the 50s. And he indicated that some of the shelters are hit or miss. Sometimes they're crowded, sometimes there's nobody there, and he's getting all this information from hikers that come to his Trail Angel station there in Vermont. He did indicate that the water source is a lot better now, but those that are typically dry have been dry, so they hadn't recharged completely from all the rain they had up there. But things are looking up. He sends in stats, or actually a spreadsheet each week where hikers have checked in and given him their certain data, if they will. And so some of that data is pack weighing. And so the heaviest pack we had for a Nobo was 41.2 pounds, and the lightest was 19.1 pounds. And these are all for Nobo pure folks, people that started at Springer. There are flip-floppers and Sobos and long trail people that he also provides for. But I wanted to kind of give you an indication for through hikers, because by the time they get to Vermont, they're set on their pack and their pack weight pretty much. And so those stats are the ones that I thought you'd be most interested in. The earliest start date there was February 15th, and that was bag tag number 150, with the latest being bag tag number 2035, and that hiker started on April 13th. And then he also asked if they had NORA, so a good number of them had NORA, and it looked like all the ones that had NORA started in the mid to late March. So that kind of coincides with when NORA hit the trail and where they would have been on the trail, which is really, it seems like NORA, I didn't hear as much about it around Hot Springs this year. I heard a lot about it. You know, typically it starts coming out of the Smokies, getting into Hot Springs and into Damascus. This year I didn't hear as much about it there as I did around the Triple Crown in Virginia and Pearisburg and Daleville, up in that area of southern to central Virginia. So a lot of folks did have NORO. And then Yogi, a 2024 flip-flopper, he posts a photo of this timber rattler, and it was at a shelter. It had taken up residence in this Jerry's Cabin, which is on the AT, and that is down in Virginia. Jerry's Cabin is trail south of Devil's Fork Gap, so it's before you get into Irwin, I believe. But it's right there, trail south of Devil's Fork Gap. So I stayed at Jerry's Shelter. Jerry's Shelter has an interior chimney there, one of the few outside of the Smokies that does. And it says that it lays up under one of the logs at the fire pit and around the fireplace in the shelter. So if you're going to Jerry's Cabin, check around the fireplace inside the shelter, because there's a timber rattler there. And that was also verified by Dave, the trail maintainer, who maintains that section there. And this was sent in to us from Emoji, who is a trail angel out there, and somebody else had posted that. And then I want to give a huge shout out to the trail maintainers up and down the trail. I continue to hear stuff coming from people about how the trail maintainers, they're, you know, in Vermont, they said they were out there maintaining it. And then I know that also a big shout out to where most of the lion's share of the damage was done on the trail from Helene, and that was in the Tennessee Eastman Hiking Club's section in there, and they have been out busting it. Continue almost a year later to work on root balls, to continue to have blowdowns that come in because the soil was loosened, and if it didn't come down during the storm, it's now coming down just sporadically. So they get out there and get that knocked out whenever they can. So Joe Morris and your guys and gals up there, thanks a lot for what you do to get Tennessee hikeable, and thanks a lot for everything you did before, the miracle that you pulled off, and what you're continuing to do. I greatly appreciate that, and I know the hiking community does as well. So folks, leave a comment down below for Joe and the Tennessee Eastman Hiking Club and his folks, and just let them know how much you appreciate everything that they've done. Folks, that's all I've got this week. As always, appreciate you, and we hope to see you out here.